It's Ash from Super Videos, back for another teaser trailer breakdown for an upcoming episode of Fear the Walking Dead. This is my teaser trailer breakdown for Season 6, Episode 10, which is called Handled with Care. Now, before we dive into this, obviously because I'm posting this teaser breakdown a little earlier, if you haven't watched Season 6, Episode 9, which was called Things Left to Do, you might want to do that first before you watch this breakdown. But if you have watched that episode, then you can obviously watch this and nothing will be spoiled for you. There isn't really anything spoilery in the thumbnail, so we should be good. So with that said, stay tuned, we'll be right back to break this teaser down. Alright, before we get into this, as always, if you're not a subscriber, consider subscribing to join our community, share and smash the like button, and press the bell to be notified when we upload. With that said, let's dive right into it. So, first things first, I couldn't find a higher quality teaser for this episode. Obviously, I could have done this a little later and I could have found a higher quality teaser, but because I'm probably not gonna have too much time in the next couple weeks, I'm trying to do videos as early as I can, if I can, so that way there's not a lot of delays as far as the video uploads go. So with that, let's dive into it. So we have this first shot of inside the community that Morgan and team have built at this point, and then we have this shot from a different angle, so it looks like this is like a thriving community, or the start of a thriving community, because they have livestock, they have what looks to be a good number of people there, and they have houses and everything, so it looks like they're up and running, and maybe this is going to be the beginning of, like I said, some sort of a thriving community. And then we have this shot, they're fixing the roof of one of the houses inside the community, and then we have this shot of Morgan and Danny Salazar together. I would love to actually see them in action. I know I keep asking for that and we don't get it, but I hope if I keep saying it, they'll actually do it, like an actual team up between these two characters. I think that's one of the key things that we're missing as far as Fear the Walking Dead goes. There's other stuff that I think we're missing, which I've talked about in other videos, but let's not go there right now. And then we have this other shot of Danny Salazar looking at Morgan, and then we have this shot of someone inside an armory, so they have a good number of weapons with them, which is very cool. And it looks like they're getting ready for some sort of a fight, or they're just collecting all the weapons that they have. I think it's probably the first, being that I think they're ready for some sort of a battle. And the reason I say that is because of what Morgan says in this teaser that we're gonna look at. But obviously, since Ginny and her people are dealt with, I'm assuming that this means we're gonna dive into a new threat and a new storyline or conflict right off the bat after Ginny's death, which is very interesting. I mean, we knew that the end is the beginning group is going to come into play at some point, but I was hoping we will get a little bit of a gap where they tie up loose ends a little bit before they go there, but I'm assuming that we're not gonna see that. Now, this shot does connect to other shots that were in another promo that they released before the second half of season 6 started. So I'm gonna take a look at those quick as well. So we have this shot of people handing their weapons to Danny Salazar, and then we have this shot of Danny looking at someone as if like he knows they're hiding something, like they're hiding a weapon and they're not giving it to him or something like that, which is very interesting. And then we have this shot, which is what we just looked at inside the armory. So they close the door. Now what's interesting is that we see someone just walking off and they focus on the lock, which leads me to think that it's not going to be locked and that it's going to be compromised. So people are going to get in there and get their hands on a weapon and things are going to go wrong. This is why I have mole on the thumbnail, because they could have done this on purpose. Like this person could have just forgotten, like Gabriel forgot to lock Negan up, but it could also be someone doing this on purpose. They wanted people to get their hands on the weapons inside the armory. Speaking of getting their hands on weapons, this connects to the title, which is Handle with Care. So I'm assuming that it relates back to that. But that's pretty much it for the other teaser that they released before season 6's second half started. So now I'm gonna go back to the main teaser. So then we have this shot of Morgan. He's talking to someone. He's in front of the dam entrance, or the entrance of the new community they're building. Morgan says we might be facing a threat to our existence. So this is why I said we're probably gonna see a new conflict right off the bat. And then we have this shot of Sarah, Strand, I think Charlie, and the person that was with Sherry, and of course we have Morgan. Morgan says we got work to do. And then we have this shot of a walker approaching the dam entrance, or the entrance to the community. And then we have this shot of a bunch of walkers, and then this shot of Dakota sitting inside what I'm assuming is the community, as if nothing happened, as if she didn't just freaking murder John. But I'm not gonna start a rant here. I just hope that Dakota is not like a Charlie 2.0. That's all I'm gonna say. And then we have this shot of walkers approaching, and then this shot of Danny seeing or realizing that the walkers are there. And then this shot of Dwight trying to talk to Sherry. Sherry ignores him. Not sure what's up with Sherry. But then we have this shot of Morgan talking to someone on the walkie. Danny in the background. And then we have this shot of Strand pointing his gun at someone. Not sure who, but very interested to see what this is all about. And then we have this shot of Grace. She's about to give birth, I'm assuming. We have Sarah and Charlie and Morgan there as well. And then we have this shot of Charlie saying they're here. Not sure who she's referring to. It could be anyone. And then we have this shot of a walker entering some sort of a narrow cave. If I remember correctly, this is actually part of the entrance to the dam. So it looks like walkers get in. This actually connects to the next shot because we have Luciana talking, saying we've got a breach. So it looks like we're gonna see a sort of no way out storyline in Fear the Walking Dead as well. But then we have this shot of a gate getting busted open with walkers rolling through. So I'm assuming this is part of the breach. And then we have this shot of Danny saying, where are the weapons? Sarah and Dwight are in the background. So I'm assuming they're getting ready for the walkers that have breached the community, or possibly a group that's related to the new villains that we're gonna see in this second half. And then we have this shot of someone, I think that's Danny Salazar, with his gun out. We obviously see a lot of walkers on the ground. And then we have this shot of Dwight fighting a walker, trying to kill the walker. I don't think Dwight is gonna die or anything here, but we do have Luciana in the background. And then we have this shot of Morgan, load of walkers on the ground. And then we have this shot of what I'm assuming is a walker on the ground, but I could be wrong. It could be someone important or something like that. And then we have this shot of Strand saying, please, I don't know. Not sure what this is all about. He's pleading to get out. That's what I get from this. And I'm assuming he's thrown inside a jail cell. I could be wrong, but I think that's what's happening. And I think they're doing this either because of what we just saw earlier with the lock. So they may think that Strand did it and they're throwing him in a cell because they don't trust him. Or this may have something to do with him pointing the gun at someone. He could have pointed it at one of the survivors or something along those lines. But this is very, very interesting. But that's pretty much it. That's everything that I wanted to go through. I hope you enjoyed this breakdown. If you did, make sure to share and smash the like button. If you're not a subscriber, subscribe to join our community and press the bell to be notified when we upload. That's it for this video. See you next time for another super video.